Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. A lot closer now, huh? Yeah, well I moved my chair, this is just, the camera's closer I guess. So I got a request to make a video about Scream 5, casting of Scream 5. So I read the article. They're saying that two of the directors of Scream 5 are following Nev Campbell and Dewey, the guy who played Dewey. A bunch of Riverdale cast members, Kevin Williamson, I believe, all these great new people, well, not really new people, but people we're familiar with, into the cast, or supposedly the cast, they're just following them. So, yeah, pretty much Scream 5, my honest opinion about it, I knew about it for whenever they released it. I believe it was November of 2019, I could be wrong on that. I'm a huge Scream fan, as you guys all know. I have mostly in my collection Scream masks because Ghostface is just one of my favorite killers. I don't know, it's just something about Scream. I really like Wes Craven's movies. I mean, Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street are probably like my first and second favorite horror movie franchise because they really just don't disappoint when Wes Craven's on. Anyways, Scream 5, what do I think about it? Honestly, I have high hopes for it. I really think that this could be something really good. Of course, I believe it was set to release in 2021, and I don't know if this coronavirus thing. I know I can't shut up about the coronavirus thing, but it's a really important topic. I think it's not only something that will affect all of us, but will affect less important, more, I mean, we're more important, but it will affect horror movies, and when will movies come out and whatnot. So, last time I was talking about Warner Brothers and big movie theater um, chains and whatnot, like AMC and all of them, canceling, or not really canceling, refusing to show the Universal movies because of digital. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I think that the digital thing really ruins the movie. I think that watching a movie on digital before, I mean, you're still watching it on the big screen, but you own it. I think it ruins the entire feel of going to the movies. So I'd much rather go see Halloween Kills in theaters than watching it on digital. I think that would be much better than going out and I mean than watching it at home. I mean, I'll always have. Oh, I'm talking way too much. I apologize. Back to Scream 5. With Scream 5, I think that this coronavirus thing has affected it already. I think it has affected casting, script writing, all that stuff. Um, Honestly, there hasn't been so much said about the script. I'm mostly interested about the script. I don't really care about who's in it. More what's the script about? Is the script going to be a modern take on Scream, or is it going to be just good old classic Ghostface? Well, recently, if you guys have been keeping up with MTV, we have gotten news about Scream season 4, or at least theories about Scream season 4. There was a theory going around saying it was supposed to come out in July of 2020. Obviously, that will not happen because of the coronavirus thing. There's been no news of new filming or anything being filmed. Um, I thought Scream Season 3 was a complete joke. It was terrible. It pretty much mocked the entire horror genre. It mocked us horror fans. It mocked Ghostface. It mocked it mocked so much, and I'm not saying that I was offended or anything like that, because that'd be stupid to say. I wasn't offended at all. I was actually laughing half the time. It's just a joke. That's what I'm trying to say. It was stupid. It wasn't really offending. Nothing really offended me. I know some people who were offended by it, and honestly, like, come on, don't be that guy. I think it had potential, and it tried to be something it just Scream was never meant to be. It could have been good. It could have been actually really good, but they chose Ghostface. Really, the only thing Scream wise about it, was the fact that Ghostface was in it. I know there's not much, unique about Scream except for he calls people. I mean, do you know what I mean? There's not much really you can change about Scream. I mean, besides the texting thing was great. Season 1, Season 2 were absolutely great. I love them. I still watch them. And as much as it's not Ghostface, it's Brandon James, whatever the Lakewood slasher, I believe. Maybe I could be wrong about that. It was, honestly, I liked Season 1 the best. Season 1 was great. It was, yeah, I mean great. I'm being serious. It was literally, like, I wish it was a movie, because if it was a movie, it'd probably be, like, number 2. It'd be right up there with the original Scream and Scream 4. It'd be right up there. Me personally, I really think that the MTV series, it's dead. Nobody cares about it anymore. I mean, I care about it, but not many people do care about it. The cast has moved on. The girl who played, I don't even remember half of the cast. You know, what's her name? Bextail Claus, something Claus. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know her. She's been making a name for herself in more of like the, I mean, MTV's big, you know what I mean. She's been making a name for herself, being in bigger movies than just the TV series. She's been so much, recently, especially. She's in some like new, Bodyguard TV show, which looked pretty interesting, but it wasn't, not my type of thing. It could be yours, but it's just not my type of thing. It looks like she's making a name for herself. And obviously some other people in the show, I believe, were in Key and Peele. But that's enough about that. I think back to the person who commented on my video, and I wanted to make this video for them. I think the cast will be, people being brought back. I really wish it was like a semi-reboot to where Scream 1 was still there. Kind of what Halloween's doing, kind of what supposedly A Nightmare on Elm Street was going to do, but probably won't happen. So there's just a lot of news. There's a lot of good news so far, which kind of scares me because I feel like there's going to be some like bad news at the end. Like there's going to be some like really big script flaw or a big, accident, something like that, God forbid. But something bad might happen. I really don't want to think that way. I don't want to think negative about it. I thought Scream 1 and 4 are really good, and Scream 2 and 3 were okay. Scream 3 was the most unique out of all of them, because Scream 3 was the only different one. It had some celebrities in there. They threw in Jay and Silent Bob, which was funny. Me knowing, Jay and Silent Bob, knowing, all of, like, whatchamacallit. Like, you got Jay and Silent Bob, then you have, I'm trying to think the other movies, because there's other movies. Clerks, that's it, Clerks, that was a good one. Clerks 1 and 2, Clerks 1 and 2 were really good. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was my absolute favorite out of all of them. I think most of ours was Jay and Silent Strike Back, whatever. But yeah, so that's really all I have for you guys today. It's all the news I was able to grab out from the internet, and that's really just all I have to say about it. It was a really interesting article. Like I said, I have really high hopes for this. I really think that this could really just do no wrong at a time like this, especially because, right now, it'd be scarier to see, more phone calls and texting, because no one really, this is coming from someone from the younger generation. Some of you might be older. I'm 15. This stuff, like what's going on right now is just like, me personally, I never get any phone calls. I have tons of friends, don't get me wrong. I have friends that text me. I have friends that I text. We never really call. I mean, we FaceTime, but we never really call. Obviously, a killer's not going to be FaceTiming because that'd be just weird. I think it'd be creepier to be like, who the fuck is calling me? It's a spam caller, because you get that, anyone from the younger generation, you definitely know who the hell calls people anymore. I mean, last time I really called anyone on the phone was like, God, months ago. Weird. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling on for almost 10 minutes now. Actually, yes, 10 minutes now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and stay safe, America. Peace. Jesus Christ, that sound awful.